Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? You know the title of the video, let's get to it. In the world of video games, it doesn't matter who won E3 this year. It doesn't really matter. The bottom line is, we're going to be playing video games. Old, rehashed, brand new, doesn't matter. We're getting games. It's all that counts, baby. It's all that matters. There are games I'm looking forward to. Far Cry 5, which I'm playing Far Cry 4 right now. Metro Exodus. That's the third game of the series. I'm still stuck on playing Metro Last Light Redux. And I really need to play the first one. And it's a very long game, though. It really is. And I love it. I love the game so far. Dragonball Fighters. I'm going to touch that momentarily. And there's one game that I forgot to mention. It's Darksiders. It's Dishonored, Death of an Outsider. And I think that takes place before the events of Dishonored 2. So hopefully I get a chance to play that game. It comes out in September. I'm not entirely sold on Anthem. It's supposed to be, it's from Bioware and EA. It's supposed to be like a Destiny-like type of game. I'm not sure if it's a online only game. I hope it isn't, but it can be. We'll know more about it when the months go by. And I've heard that a new Splinter Cell game is coming either next year or 2019. At this point, I am happy that that Ubisoft is making Splinter Cell game. I am happy. I don't want to do any wish list because I don't want to get my hopes up. I just want to go in, play, have a ball, and come away with a smile on my face. I'm playing the original not the original Splinter Cell, but I'm playing the first Splinter Cell game on the PS3 since I have the Trilogy HD. And I need to beat the first game before I move on to Splinter Cell Blacklist for the Xbox 360. I'm only at Mission 2 as of right now. Last time I touched the Splinter Cell Blacklist was like a year or 2 years ago. So, yeah. And Michael Ironside will be returning as a voice actor for Sam Fisher. I know the Splinter Cell fans are just overjoyed, and I'm sitting there rolling my eyes. I'm thinking, this is what Splinter Cell fans are worried about, is voice acting. I mean, last I checked, I didn't get into Splinter Cell series for voice acting. I got into the series because of the gameplay, the game that makes me think. The game, I want to be challenged, and that game does it for me. Okay? I didn't get into all the other stuff. And that's the problem with gamers nowadays and people in today's society. They live in the past too much. They need to move on. But don't tell them that, including Dragon Ball fans. But that's a whole nother issue and another time. And people talking about Injustice 2 versus Tekken 7. Which games are better? Doesn't matter. Both games are great. And it's the best of this year after what we saw 2016, which is last year. You needed a fighting game that would be not just good, but great. And we got that with those two. I'm not saying that King of Fighters 14 stinks or any way, shape, or form, but it's not on the same level as Street Fighter. But unfortunately, with Street Fighter 5, vastly disappointing. And I heard there were rumors that it will be Super Street Fighter 5 be released somewhere in later this year or next year or whatnot, and it will be a free update, and you have all the content in it that comes with it. And if it's true, golf claps. Not jump up and down doing the James Brown split, moonwalking like Michael Jackson, and none of that. If Capcom comes out with, hey, you're gonna have to pay Super Street Fighter 5, it's gonna push Street Fighter fans and fighting fans over the edge to the point they'll just completely ditch Street Fighter 5 period. And I don't know how Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is going to turn out. It is... Whew, that's bad. Whew, that's bad. I'm not even going to touch that anymore. I mean, wow. Folks are just angry over that demo. Anyways, Dragon Ball Fighters Z, or Dragon Ball Fighters, everybody's excited, but not everybody. There's some people out there feel that they're not 2D fighting fans and they're not a fan of it. Why they had to go down this road? It's nothing more than the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3 clone with Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear sprinkles around it. I have a feeling it's going to be nothing but air combo spamming. And people say, oh, this fighting game takes actual skills. I'm like, yeah, because air combo spamming is actual skill, right? Okay, whatever. So, look, I'm not too crazy about Dragon Ball Fighters, but you know what? Dragon Ball franchise needed a fighting competitive game. And you Dragon Ball fans are getting it. Agree? I mean, if Super Smash Brothers can be competitive fighting game, why not for Dragon Ball? And plus, if they don't evolve, if they don't go something different, and people may give up on it. People will give up on Dragon Ball competitive fighting games. The ideal of it, they'll just be like, it's not going to happen. And it's happening. It's supposed to come out next year. And I heard the closed beta is supposed to come out next month. So, who knows? I might try it out. My brother will try it out. But I'm not going to buy it because I have a feeling it's going to turn into nothing short of air combo spamming. Which, that's not skill to me. So... Speaking of Dragon Ball, I read an article from Screen Rant, and I do my best to stay away from it because the articles they be put out, it just makes me want to throw something at the window or throw stuff out the window. It's Dragon Ball 15 ways Naruto's better than Dragon Ball Z. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh no. Then I read, I'm like, there are most things I agree, and then there's some things I disagree with. So the article links will be in the description as well. And I've been watching a little bit of My Hero Academia Season 2. Still off the chain. If I ever get around to getting a Netflix, I'm going to continue to watch the 7 Deadly Sins. It's an anime series. So. And I hope I get to watch Transformers The Last Night. And I heard that it just got panned by everybody. 15% from Rotten Tomatoes, the worst review of the franchise. And I've heard people say it's worse than the Revenge of the Fallen. Like I said, if I get around to see it, then I will check it out and see it for myself. And as for Spider-Man Homecoming, it's supposed to come out next Friday. I'll give it one last shot. If Spider-Man Homecoming turns out to be disappointing or worse, I'm giving the X-Men live action movie treatment. You're done. Get out of my face. Don't want nothing to do with you. But if it turns out to be good or great, I'll go see another Spider-Man movie within 2 to 3 years. It's that simple. Wonder Woman. I went to go see this movie. All the hype, the anticipation. People love this movie to pieces. So much so it's labeled as the greatest movie of all time. The greatest superhero movie of all time. The best female superhero, period. Whatever. Anything you can think of, the people were saying. Alright, little mini review. Plus, which is positives, Gal Gadot is the character, action scenes, soundtracks, origin story, sort of. The negative side, the minus. The cast, the chemistry of the cast, it's meh. The selection of the cast is just meh. And what is with the constant usage of slow motion? I've lost count after 10. I'm just sitting there like, slow motion, slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. And I got to throw in the positives. I like the fact that they had, in the terms of who the real enemy is, they made you guess. It wasn't like, oh, this guy is the enemy, and that's who she's gonna be fighting. No, it was somebody. It was some other dude that you had to fight, and yeah, and I didn't see that coming. Nothing to expect. I didn't expect that, so. I just feel that the movie has more negatives than positives. I just felt that it was overhyped, overrated. Not in a good, but not the greatest movie ever. I'm saying that people just went over the top, saying that it's the greatest movie of all time, the greatest female superhero movie, period, this, that, and the third. And I just came away ordinary. I came away disappointed. Shoot, I came away mad. And I'm like, damn, this movie's below average. I'm like, what are these people smoking? Anytime a movie's being labeled as a DC savior, you know you're gonna have unrealistic expectations, and to me, it did not live up to it. I didn't put any expectations on this movie, and it still turned out to be below average. So I think it's the most overrated movie of 2017. I'll go as far as say it's the most overrated female superhero movie of all time, and the most overrated superhero movie since The Dark Knight. And now you have Justice League being labeled as a DC savior, and I'm thinking, here we go, unrealistic expectations coming. So whatever, that's how I feel about the movie. NBA sports, Russell Westbrook won the MVP. Golden State Warriors won the second NBA title in 3 years, 5th overall. Chris Paul been traded to the Houston Rockets for 3 players in the top 3 draft pick for next year. So I wonder what's going to happen next. So there have been some messed up news. You know, you had that young woman out of Minnesota being kicked out of the mall for quote unquote wearing inappropriate clothing. I'll put the links in the description. I'm still working on my thoughts on interracial dating, interracial marriages, and stuff like that. I've been busy, so real life comes first. And with that, throwing y'all a salute with your thoughts on the topics. I'm out.